So Sakamoto Days Season 1 just dropped, and the only thing I can say right now is this shit is gonna be fire. And we start off with John Wick from another timeline, Sakamoto, as he walks down this hallway, and just from his presence alone had these guys frightened. So they start blasting. Sakamoto effortlessly blocks it, blitz towards them, and instantly dropping bodies after bodies after bodies. Him, bodies. I ain't gonna lie, Netflix definitely cooking with this animation, cause it seems like we about to have a full course meal on the way. So the narrator starts glazing Sakamoto, pretty much calling him the MJ, the LeBron, the Ronaldo of the assassin world, feared and loved by others. Until one day, he meets Fine Shit, retires from the assassin world because of Fine Shit, marries Fine Shit, has a kid with Fine Shit, and pretty much became a dad. Then we see this little ass kid playing around Sakamoto's store with them trash ass aim, get better kid, L+ ratio. Then this guy walks into the store and the kid spilled ink on his white pants. Sure, a nigga like me would have pulled out the belt immediately and robbed the little kid for his fruit snacks. But as soon as the guy was about to beat on the little kid, Sakamoto stops him and completely takes him off the map. It's what he thought about doing. Then we meet Shin and he can read minds, and he's like, I saw what you were thinking, and without a moment's hesitation, you precisely took that man's life without giving any fucks if he had any friends or family. So Sakamoto thinks about killing him too. Then they go outside, and Shin tells Sakamoto to come back as an assassin, and started reminiscing about the good old days, on how Sakamoto is the GOAT and when they used to work together. But Sakamoto shows him he's not on that timing anymore. Nowadays bro be proning trees, feeding kids, helping out little kids. He pretty much turned family friendly, and Shin can't believe this blasphemy. D Sakamoto, reduced to your everyday unk. That's like me hearing LeBron is about to retire. That shit not even a real statement. Then Shin gets into the car and started geeking out that he met D Sakamoto. Then he gets a call from his boss to kill Sakamoto for leaving the organization, and Shin doesn't want to do it, but he needs to do what has to be done. So he pulls up to the store with that thing on him. Yo, Unc, I'm about to skip town. But before that, I'ma tell your family you are my GOAT! And this man Sakamoto deflected the bullet with a piece of candy, throwing ice cream at the door to distract Shin. Then he grabs a piece of candy with a rubber band and fires it at Shin. And all I gotta say is, that wasn't a piece of candy. That was a bullet in disguise, because no candy is creating all that impact. So he dives to the side and gets hit with a cream puff. Sakamoto gets behind him and kicks the shit out of him with that dad strength, putting Shin to nighttime. And when Shin wakes up, he gets greeted by Sakamoto's wife and daughter, and they all have dinner together. And because of how busting the food was, Shin finally understood Sakamoto. That food was so peak bro had a whole realization. So he apologizes to Sakamoto and goes back to his boss, begging him to let Sakamoto live. You gotta believe me, boss man, he not about that life anymore. You gotta see him now. Nigga look like he could go pound for pound with Rod Wave. But his boss don't give a fuck if Sakamoto is the heavyweight champion. He still wants him dead. So Shin offers to off himself for Sakamoto. Then his boss is like, aight, but in his mind he's like, after that little shit done, we finna go put some bullet holes in Sakamoto's t-shirt. And Shin is like, yeah, I heard that. It's on my resume that I can read minds. And while all this is happening, Sakamoto can hear the whole conversation because he planted a mic in Shin's gun while he was asleep. So Sakamoto opens up his armory and picks a taser. So Shin starts blasting them off one by one, comes behind this guy and snaps his neck with his legs. Then one of the goons sees him and shoots a freaking rocket at him. It's not that serious, pal, calm down. Shin invades it and gets a double kill. And peep how before these two drop, he already looking for his next target. And as he was going for his next kill, he gets shot in the leg. So they surround him and he's thinking it's over for him. Then Sakamoto comes in and saves him. And this fat ass nigga starts deflecting bullets with chopsticks. In what world is that shit even possible? First it was a damn bullet candy, now this nigga got vibranium chopsticks. This man Sakamoto has hidden advanced weapons all around his store. He catches 2 more bullets with the chopsticks and starts taking them down one by one. And bro is so heavy he's breaking the ground as he moves. That boy Queso got competition. But yeah, Sakamoto easily takes down the whole organization. Shin glazes him and Sakamoto offers Shin a job at his place. And that was the start of Shin's new life. life. So as usual, just like your average LeBron fan, Shin is casually glazing Sakamoto on how Sakamoto no-dipped the whole group of assassins, taking out every single one of them in one hit. But Miss Sakamoto hears this and warns Sakamoto that if he breaks the family rules, she's going to divorce him. And that word alone has Sakamoto doing faces I ain't never seen him done before. Then proceeds to kill Shin, is what he thought about doing. Then they go over to Chinatown to buy some meat buns and runs into this girl named Lu Shatang, and she's being chased by a group of gangs. So she uses a fighting style called Tai Chi and starts dropping them one by one. One of them grabs her, he pulls out a knife and Sakamoto breaks it with a thong, then takes him out. Shin gets behind the other guy and delivers some CTE. This guy pulls out a gun and Lu takes him out. Some more of them started coming and they booked it and escaped. Then we meet the chairman of the gang and he starts beating on his subordinates, yapping on how he killed Lu's family. Then all of a sudden his subordinates gets cut down and his executioner cut him so clean he didn't even know he was dead. The chairman then hires the two of them to get a key from Lu. Then the scene cuts to Lu as she explains that she's from a mafia family, and they give us a backstory on how her parents died to protect her and a key that protects the family treasure. So Sakamoto and Shin decides to help her in exchange for her making meat buns for them. Then instantly Sakamoto gets blitzed to his face, sending him flying, and we learn that these two are named Sun Hee and Bacho, serial killers that bring the heads of their victims home to sketch him. That's some diabolical work. Shin throws a right, but it got blocked with minimal effort. Bacho gets behind Lu, about to decapitate her. Then Sakamoto knocks him so hard the whole roof fell apart. Sun-hee then reveals that they were the one that killed Lu's parents, and she gets heated up, but Sakamoto pulls her back. Sun-hee then throws a kunai at her, but Sakamoto catches it, and Lu is confused on why Sakamoto is trying to protect her when he doesn't even know her. We then get a backstory of Mr. and Mrs. Sakamoto of when they were still dating, and Mrs. Sakamoto made Sakamoto promise to never kill again by jumping off a ledge to teach him about not killing people. This jumping off a building or a higher place gotta be the #1 toxic trait of all superhero partners. They be thinking life is a fairy tale, so Bacho goes for the attack, and they realize this fat ass Unc Loki got hands, and they start jumping him all at once, and Sakamoto evades every single attack effortlessly. Then Sakamoto knocks out Bacho with a pop. Shin takes down Sun-hee, and Sakamoto drops a whole fridge on him. So they go back to the gang hideout, dropping off Sun-hee and Bacho. Then Lu beats up the chairman, choosing not to kill him. Sakamoto thought about killing Shin, and Lu opens up the safe, and they see the whole treasure that Lu's family left for her. Then they had some sake with the meat buns. Lu also started working for Sakamoto, and that was the start of Lu's new life. Just saying, I've read the manga. I know everybody, so Sakamoto thinks it's gonna be peak.